I love that Alex's nightmare of Christmas futures involves not only allowing his family to go into poverty, but that he's also very, very worried about going bald.
Oh no, what happened to me?
You lost your spirit.
Never mind my spirit, what about my hair?
Christmas's power to spread cheer and make memories skyrocketed with the ascent of an institution as dear to kids as Christmas itself: television.
There was a golden age of Christmas specials that began about in the mid-60s and went into the mid-70s. These specials were aimed specifically at children, although were sophisticated enough to entertain the adults that were in the room. Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us about the Star Wars holiday special?
This is one of those, the Star Wars holiday special is one of those movies that everybody has heard about, but few have seen, and it's just legendary. I had read about it for years before even I had seen it, and it was one of those things that was rumored to be not only one of the worst Christmas specials ever, but also one of the worst things ever on TV. And like many other people, I just couldn't believe it. If it had Star Wars in it, I was going to love it. I was going to find that kernel of truth in it that I would appreciate. But I've since seen it on YouTube, and it's just awful. It has a lot of potential. I mean, it has a lot of the original same cast in it. It has Mark Hamill, who played Luke Skywalker. It has Harrison Ford, who's Han Solo. It has Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia. It has Chewbacca. It has Darth Vader. It has stormtroopers.
Well, so tell us what happens. What's the plot?
Well, the plot is, it centers around Chewbacca's family back on the Wookiee planet. They're waiting to celebrate their own version of a Christmas, which is called Life Day, on their planet. And they're waiting for Chewbacca to come back to the planet so the family can spend the holiday time together. And so, but they're waiting because Chewbacca is with Han Solo and he's delayed because the stormtroopers and Darth Vader are surrounding the Wookiee planet, anticipating their enemies to arrive. So they're sort of circling the planet. And the episode, just as I'm describing, the whole special is about waiting. And so we're watching.
And it's a full-length film, right?
It's 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Of waiting for these characters to show up, and we cut to, and we get to see them, but most of the time is spent with the with Chewbacca's son and his wife and father, and we're waiting, and it's awful.
Is that just what makes it so bad? It's just a lot of waiting.
It's a lot of waiting. It's also, it attempts, because it's a Christmas special on TV, somebody had the bright idea to try to make it more like a traditional TV variety show.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So there are
Star Wars.
So there are special guests that entertain, and there's a song by Diane Carroll. There's Jefferson's Starship performs a song. B. Arthur from Golden Girls, she's in it. She sings a song. She's the bartender at Mos Eisley's Cantina, remember, with all the aliens?
Yeah.
She sings a song. Harvey Korman is there. Harvey Korman is a character in the bar, but he plays several roles within the special. Like, we're not supposed to recognize that this is Harvey Korman. But he's in several different roles. Another place, he's an alien with multiple arms giving a cooking demonstration on a TV viewing screen. It's just awful. You don't want to be reminded that we're watching a Christmas TV special. You want to enjoy, the mythology and the characters of the Star Wars, and we just don't get enough of that.
One of the most bizarre moments was when Pee-wee with his robot pal Conky are coming up with the list of gifts that he wants from Santa Claus.
New train set, set of encyclopedias, and one of those dolls you fill up with the gooey goopy stuff.
Gooey goopy stuff?
What is that?
I think we know, but let's just keep moving.
Ugh.
The Frank Sinatra Show.
Yes, the Frank Sinatra Show, 1957, Christmas episode. Another classic variety show on TV. This is on DVD. What's special about this episode? One, it's Frank Sinatra.
Right.
You can't get any classier or cooler than Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack. But in this episode, his special guest is Bing Crosby, who is another just cooler than cool, swinging cool cat. And it starts off hilariously. Frank is in this incredible vintage 50s apartment with incredible furniture, and it's just vintage 50s. He's decorating his tree, like Frank Sinatra sits around his home at Christmas alone, decorating his tree. But he hears a knock at the door. Who could it be? Oh, it's his good friend Bing Crosby. And then the two continue decorating the tree. Eventually, carolers come to the door, and they welcome the carolers in, and the carolers are all dressed in vintage Victorian London, Dickensian costumes, and Bing and Frank decide to join the carolers.
Oh,
and as they
Frank
step through the front
Sinatra.
door, suddenly, magically, they find themselves in Victorian carolers' outfits, and they join the carolers walking the streets of London singing classic Christmas carols. It's hilarious and awesome at the same time.
That is awesome.
Slipping in at number 16 on our countdown is a set of hilarious holiday public service announcements from CBS.
Potentially the most odd Christmas PSA ever aired is the one by CBS, calling for people to think about making pap smear appointments for their wives or prostate exams for their husbands.
Want to do something special for your woman this Christmas? Schedule her pap smear. Pap smears save lives.
They're doing a very good job of letting people know about pap smears and all the other exams you should be having.
Give her the gift that even Santa can't deliver.
How does one give that as a gift? Do you actually have a gift certificate that you purchase?
Ho Ho Hoi Vang its way to number 6 on our countdown is the ultimate holiday mashup, Chrismica.
Seth Cohen attributes it to what happens when you grow up with a Jewish father and a Protestant mother.
I know what stuck out to me was the remake of the Nutcracker that you talked about in the book, the Hard Nut. I thought that was so neat.
It's different. We're used to a traditional ballet sequence, developed in Russia over 100 years ago. Okay. But the Hard Nut is really, it's something special. It's a visual treat. I don't know ballet. I don't know the traditional, I can't read ballet like I can, I don't know anything about dance, but this is enjoyable. It's different. It's also uses the set design from a famous guy that writes comic books, Charles Burns, and he's done album covers. You'd recognize his style. It's fantastic.
And it's all the same, the Tchaikovsky music. That's what I thought was neat, that it's just a complete remake to the same score.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to look that one up for sure.
And the characters are wearing costumes from the 60s and 70s rather than, Germany in the 19th century too, which really classes it up. It's pretty cool.